Hello sir, welcome to 10MEXPERT IAS Topper Show. It's a great pleasure that you are here with us.
Thanks a lot, Anmol, and thanks a lot, 10MEXPERT, for providing me such an opportunity to where I can share my experiences and my knowledge to the new aspirants and get them more inclined towards the basic preparation.
Before starting this session, I would like to know, it would be better if you introduce yourself.
Okay. Myself, Ashutosh Gupta. I have completed my engineering from BIT Meshra, Ranchi, and then I started preparation for the civil services after working in IBM, Bangalore. And after some time, I have actually prepared for the MBA and finally did MBA from Indian Institute of Foreign Trade, New Delhi. And I have been preparing for civil services for more than 6-7 years, and I have appeared in interviews. And after exhausting my attempts, I was mainly involved in the mentorship program through various institutes, and later I opened my own mentorship program, and where I used to guide candidates. And meanwhile, I have appeared into so many state civil services examination from Himachal Pradesh to in Jharkhand, Bihar, UP, MP, Rajasthan. So there is no Hindi belt in which I have not appeared either in mains or in interview. So I've given a lot of examination, including civil services, where I reached 4 times in the interview. However, I could not manage to qualify in my final round due to some 8 to 10 marks in most of the time. And then even I qualified for many of the bank examination and various other examinations conducted by the central agency like Intelligence Bureau and another examination. And finally, I managed to qualify in Bihar Public Service Commission as rank 17, and where I'm posted as a senior deputy collector in Patna. And currently, I'm also holding the position of Chief Financial Officer, Patna Metro Rail Corporation, as well as the nodal officer of Bihar for Namami Gange project in Urban Development Department. And in my free time, I used to guide the new aspirants for the civil service examination.
Okay, so that's a quite inspiring journey.
Come again? Voice is not
It's a
clear.
quite inspiring journey.
Thank you.
Coming to the strategy or exam path. So what was your mistake and takeaway from this whole journey?
Okay. See, the journey is very interesting for the civil service examination. Although many people new aspirants are finding it difficult and they are not enjoying the journey. However, the journey is very enjoyable when you prepare for the prelims, mains, interview, and the whole preparation is basically the integrated preparation only. And when you are giving your whole time completely to the civil services, it will definitely pay you, right? So my takeaway from this is, even if you are not qualifying by whatever the reason, you will have a great learning experience, and after some time you will develop a state of mature personality as compared to your own friends who are not preparing for the civil services. And I must say that this preparation makes you more aware about your country, about the world, about your surroundings, as well as when you give your best. This exam will make you successful in various other fields, including civil services.
Right. So sir, coming to the strategy part, so what would you suggest? What would be the best strategy for the prelims?
Okay. So see, the strategy for prelims, as if you're asking me, so my general suggestion is that whenever a new aspirant comes for the preparation of the civil services, he should start from the mains preparation first, because prelims comes after mains only during the time of preparation. However, during the examination, it will come before. So first you prepare for mains examination. Around 5 to 6 months will be required, including your optional preparation. And after 5-6 months, from January onwards, you can start for the prelims preparation exclusively for the new aspirants, right? For the other veteran candidates, they can start 100 days before the prelims examination. So this is about the timeline and about the prelims exclusively. from January onwards or from the February onwards till the examination of prelims, you have to divide your time per day. Per day, at least 7 to 8 hours or 6 to 8 hours at least in the beginning. And before prelims examination, within 1 month, you can devote more than 8 to 9 or around 10 hours per day. The importance of your preparation is that in this examination, that the consistency is very important. You have to prepare every day at least few hours. Even if you're going to study for 2-3 hours, at least you have to study for 2-3 hours per day. You should not study for 10 or 12 hours one day and 2 days you are just sleeping in the room or you are wasting your time. So consistency is important. Every day is important. That is one thing. Secondly, you prepare your schedule as per the civil services syllabus. You see the syllabus from the UPSC website. However, there is nothing much mentioned about the prelims syllabus, but just they are mentioning the broader terms like history of India. It includes everything, right? So you have to study from ancient, medieval, and modern India, and like that. So you have to break your preparation into various parts, subparts, and make a strategy weekly. You have to make a strategy 5-6 days preparation for prelims, and one day you give the test of any test series, and based on the test marks in the test, you revisit the weaker areas of your prelims preparation, right? And then you move to the next topic and next target and next subject. So you do like this within 2-3 months, you will have a great hold of the prelims syllabus, and keep on practicing the mock papers or various coachings, or maybe your own from your own level if you want to understand the questions which the UPSC is giving, including previous year question papers. So you practice that, and within 1 month try to complete whole of syllabus within 1 month of the prelims examination. And in the last 15 days, just revise whatever you have learned. Don't read anything new in the last 15 days and complete your whole preparation. Be confident that you have worked a lot and that marks will be reflected in your test papers. You will be more confident then, right? And give your best in the examination. However, there are various do's and don'ts that we can discuss again sometime later. Like there are many things which you can do well in the prelims examination. Yeah.
Okay. So as you mentioned about the key factor, that is consistency to clear this exam. So any particular tip or idea how to maintain that?
For clearing the examination, this is about the prelims strategy. I told there is mains. The most important part of the examination is mains and the interview, where the marks will be added for you to get the rank. And for the mains preparation, you have to try writing some of the answers. You have to first of all complete the whole syllabus and revise it twice, thrice, then try to write some of the answers. Initially it will be difficult to write an answer, so you can see from the book and write down some of the answers and revise them, and then try to write them without seeing the books or your notes. And within a due course of time, you will get that knack of the writing answer, and you will definitely try to write on your own. You can go for some of the practice of the test series and see the previous year question papers of the mains examination. Try understanding that how the UPSC is asking the questions in a very indirect and direct manner, both, right? And try to understand the basic crux of the question, and make sure that you write whatever is asked, not whatever you know, right? Because most of the candidates who are writing whatever they know in generally on that topic, but that UPSC question is very specialized question on a particular topic. They used to ask very specific content from a whole of topic. So you have to understand that topic, understand the content, and understand the question, and then answer it accordingly. The more specialized you are, the more marks you will be getting in the mains examination, right? And obviously you have to include a lot of diagrams, examples, and flow charts. Many things are there. Try to complete the paper on time. You should not leave any question unturned, and try to do the questions in the proper phased manner, so that you spend don't spend too much time on one question, and because it will leave little time for the other questions. So that is also one of the strategy, and try to complete the whole of paper in the main examination. Stay motivated throughout your preparation. Don't get depressed even if you get the lesser marks in the test series, but try improving, because you see this examination is not based on perfection. A person who will prepare for 10 years also will not get that much perfection, and even in 6 months, 7 months, you will get that much that will help you to qualify the examination. Perfect. Don't try for perfection. Try for the management of all the questions. Try to complete all the questions in a very specialized manner. That will do the job, right? And then comes the interview preparation. In the interview preparation, you have to be very natural. You have to you should have some arguments that what the question for the interview asking, you have to show, you have to reflect a neutral personality on most of the questions. You have to tell the opinion based on your own view also, or the view of the government, or against the government also you can say, but with a proper justification. So lots of things are required. Not only, it cannot be summarized in just one answer, but it takes, if you keep motivated, try to get the information from various friends or maybe institutes, and definitely you will be able to qualify the final examination.
As you mentioned about the consistency and motivation. So many students feel demotivated during this whole journey. So what would you suggest that they must follow to keep maintain the consistency and the motivation?
Okay. See, this is very important, because you see, you require lots of energy to come to the table to study, or to go to library and study. That energy is basically coming from the motivation only, right? Now the question is how to develop that motivation throughout your preparation. Not in 1 year, then maybe it will take many years also. So you should be that much motivated. So what we can do, first of all, try to understand the reason why you want to prepare for the civil services, because this will help you in finding out your way out, that what do you want in life and what do you want out of this civil services career. So that is one thing most important. So that will give you immense motivation, first of all. Secondly, then you should check out those who have qualified the examination with, when there were odds in their life. Lots of problems people are facing, but still they are qualifying. I have read many stories of aspirants, and they were deaths in their family, including their immediate family member, and still they have to go for examination the very next day. And we have all read some of the newspaper cuttings over that. So my suggestion is that the immense motivation is required, and you should read their stories, their success stories. This will give you a lot of motivation. And then this external motivation should in due course of time come to your internalize that motivation. Intrinsic motivation, it should become your intrinsic. So you don't require it from outside. It is inherent in your bloodstream. That means you are motivated throughout day and life for qualifying the civil services. So that is very important. So first it will be external, from external sources, from your goal, long-term goal, your parents' goal, your friends' goal. Later it will be internalized in your own mindset. So that is very important. So I hope like this, over a due course of time, people used to internalize it. Even me and many of my friends have internalized it, and therefore we regularly work hard throughout our journey.
So what are the do's and don'ts you must for this exam, as we have gone through the whole journey?
Okay, see, there are various do's. I'll tell you, like you have to be, once the aspirant is very new, maybe he will join some coaching center, and he will go in that time frame. Their coaching will be trying to prepare your syllabus and making the notes. This is one way. Secondly, those students who are not going to any coaching or what, so what they will do, they can prepare the schedule of the syllabus, schedule of their path, that this month days will study this, and within 2 months, 3 months will complete this much syllabus. So both of them have to follow it regularly. Try to frame your targets on a weekly and monthly basis, and try to complete it. Whenever you miss a target, don't worry, you try to do work, like deadline. You have sometime you have deadline, so you still go more vigorously for the deadline. So try to do and complete the targets. One thing. Secondly, keep yourself motivated, keep your lifestyle healthy also, because you need health also to get for the preparation, as well as that even the health is good, you will be highly motivated also. Okay, and there are various ways. There are prelims is there, and you have, when the prelims will come, you prepare for prelims, then mains, and then interview, and so on. You have to keep on listening and meeting the friends or maybe seniors who have qualified the examination, right? And they will help you understand, and this will help you in understanding the more that what this examination actually demands and how its demand can be fulfilled. And these are some of the do's and don'ts. Is the most important don'ts is that never get shattered from the failures of yours or your friends or seniors. Why? Because you'll find there are very less number of successful candidates, and there are chances of failing is 99.99% higher, right? So chances of failing is much higher in this pattern, and this pattern of this examination, because lakhs of students who are very brilliant in the career till date, they are going for the examination. So it's fight. This examination is basically fight among the billion top brains of the country. So, so if you don't qualify, don't think that you are not brilliant or you are not, you are not that competitive. It is basically there are various. There are the qualifying examination is will be basically on your hard work, but little bit luck is also required. So first of all, consider yourself that you will qualify and start preparing for that, and always try to listen to the success stories. Don't go for the failure stories. If somebody is telling you, I have given 5 attempts, I'm not able to qualify, then why you will be calling? Why you will be able to qualify? You are not as good as me. And I don't think on that lines, because everyone has a different strengths and weaknesses, and everyone is different. And so the way you will be working hard may be different from the way in which those people who have worked hard, which in which they could not qualify. So always believe in yourself, always believe in your efforts, and get the right type of guidance, and try to qualify this examination without thinking anything, any plan B or plan C. Just focus that you will qualify in this examination, and definitely with the firm belief and self determination, you will be able to qualify.
So as you mentioned that we have to entirely devoted to this preparation. So sir, according to you, is it necessary to have any plan B, or an aspirant can give multiple attempts entirely devoted to UPSC?
Okay. See, in your initial years, within 1 or 2, 3 years, one or first attempt, second attempt, maybe you can be fully on your plan A, that is the civil service examination, right? Because thinking of a plan B in the very beginning is not good, because then you will be totally deviated into second plan. Because in the first, you have to study a lot in your very first attempt. So studying so much in the very beginning, and studying so much course and listening to various videos or the lectures, including your optional, is very tiring and demotivating sometimes, because the lots of courses there. And when you think of plan B in the beginning, you will suddenly shift your alignment to the plan, because you think that that is an easier plan, right? But once you prepared for very well for the plan A within 1 or 2 attempts, definitely you will know that you are going to qualify, maybe if not in the second attempt, but in the third attempt at least. And plan B, it can be there later. That means after your second or third, fourth attempt, you can think of plan B. You can join some job, and then since you have learned so much within 2 years, you know the optional, the most of the static subject. You can just update your current affairs, and that can be done very easily, right? That can be done very easily. So within your working also, you can qualify the examination in such a way. So that is very important. Okay. So my suggestion is that you have to think of only plan A, civil services, during the preparation in your first attempt or second attempt. Later, you can think of plan B, in which you will give some more time to your job and all, so that you get a stability in your life. Plus, you can devote some few hours for the preparation. And generally, after second, third attempt, people are generally joining a job also, and they are doing this preparation also. And most of them qualifying also.
Coming to the main strategy part. So, according to you, what is the best time to start answer writing practice?
Okay. See, the best time, there is nothing like best time. It depends that how much you have done and how much you remember and how much you're going to write down on a piece of paper. So first of all, you are starting for the mains preparation. First, go through the whole course once first. Okay. Then in the second reading, you start after seeing the previous year question paper of mains examination. Understand that what are the requirements of the mains answer writing, and based on that, you try writing few of the answers, 1 or 2 questions or 2, 3 answers every day. Within 1 month, you will be able to know that what is your standing on writing answer. You can go and show your answer to some of the mentors who are well knowledgeable. They will guide you on that also. You can solve some test series and get your answer checked by some institute. So that will also help you. So maybe after 2, 3 months of your completion of full main syllabus and one revision, you can start writing the answer. But if many students try to write the answer in the very beginning itself, that is within few weeks, 1 or 2 weeks they want to write, but suddenly they will feel depressed, because they don't know what are the ingredients of an answer. They don't have the right amount of content to write that answer. So content will come after some time. but at least first you go through the whole syllabus. So maybe within 2-3 months you will be able to write a good answer after due preparation. Okay.
So coming to the current affairs part, so is there any separate strategy for prelims or both mains and pre are integrated?
See, current affairs is basically the integrated only. Prelims and mains, like there is complete set of current affairs. However, in the prelims, more part the importance of current affairs in the prelims is mostly the factual nature. But however, the question papers nowadays which are they are asking are much based on analysis also. But however, the factual part is very important, and in the mains also the mostly the current affair will be on the analysis, right? But however, few facts are always required in the mains examination also. So in general, you have to prepare initially for the integrated one, prelims mains, like monthly magazines, and in the January onwards, you will go exclusively for the prelims preparation. That means prelims type of ready-made material, factual information, more of learning, more of revising, more coverage in the prelims examination. However, in the mains, when you're writing the mains, after qualifying prelims, you focus on the topic-wise, issue-wise preparation, not the whole. You can't go from multiple sources in the mains because time is less, and you have to revise it also 3-4 times. And you go for the analysis, understand the issue-based you have to prepare, right? You try to understand the issue, understand pros, cons, consequences, and what is the viewpoint of yours, or maybe the national viewpoint, and then maybe some examples and all. Then you like that you try to prepare like complete holistic topic, and you can list some of the 50-70 topics, and mostly you will get the questions from there only. This is the little bit difference between the current affairs of prelims and mains.
So looking at the value addition part, so what would you suggest the aspirant has to do after doing his answer writing and everything to enhance that extra 1 marks per question by doing value addition and everything?
Value addition in the sense,
Value addition is like some of the aspirants are getting low marks in the main.
okay,
So
okay.
what are the suggestions that they have to do to increase that extra?
See the many candidates complain that I'm not able to get good marks in GLI. I'm not able to get marks more than 350 in GS out of complete set of paper, that is 1000, right? So you're not able to get the more than 350 GS paper, and consequently you're not able to get the interview call. See, there are multiple reasons in which there are multiple reasons. There cannot be one reason that why you're not getting good marks. So somebody will be having the lesser content. Somebody will be having a poor style of writing. Somebody will be having a very poor presentation. Somebody might be beating around the bush. Somebody might be writing the answer based on topic, not based on the question. There are multiple reasons, and even many people may not be able to complete the papers, all the 4 paper, right? So there are multiple reasons. So that is why it's very difficult to identify that what is basically lacking in your answer. So when you write an answer and show to the mentor, show to the person concerned, and then only you will be able to, he will identify your mistakes and tell to you directly, because every person will have a different problem, but a multiple level of problems will be there. Okay, so this is one thing. Secondly, you talked about value addition. So value addition, yes, of course, without value addition you can't score more than 350, 360. So value addition is like that. First of all, you try to write a good introduction conclusion, and then you have to, this introduction conclusion should be based on the question or the topic, right? Indicating the body, indicating the next part will be the body of the question, body of the answer. Okay, then in the body you have to write exactly what is asked. Okay, don't beat around the bush. Don't write generalized answer. Write the specialized answer, very specific to the question. Give some examples, draw diagrams, and maybe you can put some Supreme Court or High Court judgments, references, or any other thing which is required in that as per the question. You can write down. You can draw the map of India on the world, depending on what type of question it is, maybe of geography question or whatever the question. And it depends. Actually, the diagram and all are question based things, so it will change. So like this, you and conclude effectively as per the question asked, and try to complete all the questions in time. Don't leave any question unless until you do not know anything out of it, right? And this will definitely pull your marks to around 400 definitely, and you will secure such marks.
Okay. So, sir, what would you suggest how to one can choose that optional while preparing.
Your voice got
Hello.
broke. Please tell. Come again.
What are the thought process one can have while choosing an option?
Optional. Okay.
Yes.
See, there are various things in which you choose an optional. First thing is that it optional depends on your background also sometimes. Like if you are a background of science or engineering, you will choose some science related option also. But this is not followed mostly in nowadays. People who belong to engineering background, they choose the subject of humanities, and this is one thing. First is that you can think based on your background if that subject is paying marks, good marks. Secondly, you have to think about the interest. If you are very much interested in the subject, you like that subject, then you take that subject. For example, my branch in the college was electrical engineering, but I took geography as my optional. uh, when I appeared the examination, there was two options also. I have given the UPSC in all the four patterns. Whatever the pattern was there. I have appeared in the interview. So I know that there were two options at that time. Now they have changed to one. And CSAT are also introduced, and GS paper, new papers have been introduced. So in psychology and geography was very much interesting to me. I took the geography, psychology as one of my option. Both of my option at that time, and then finally I shifted to geography only. So, but many people can take the very popular option nowadays like PSIR, then anthropology, then sociology also, right? So you can. It depends that what is the interest area and how much that subject is scoring. Both are important, right? And that how much time it will complete, how much materials in the market are available, how much good materials, how much good guidance is there in the market. All this also determines your optional, that which option you have to choose.
Okay. So coming to the BPSC preparation, so how would you suggest that the whole timeline for this examination is particularly different for BPSC or all more or less same?
It is generally different. It is like every state examination takes examination based on their timeline. They won't follow the UPSC timeline. Obviously, every they are independent bodies. So in general, when you're preparing your timeline as per the UPSC examination, these examination will come up in between. So my suggestion is that when the date has been announced for the prelims or mains, you prepare in a very advancedly. Like for example, you have 2 months. You know that after 2 months there is UPSC. Now there is 1 month after UPSC examination is there, and the BPSC examination is on 8th May, right? So almost you have almost how much 10 days, 12 days are there. So but when you knew that the date was this of UPSC and this date is for BPSC, so within 2 months before you should keep on preparing. So you have to give 3-4 hours per day on the BPSC or state service, and rest you can give for the UPSC, so that you prepare simultaneously both, right? And then when after bring prelims, then you qualify, then you go for the main preparation like that way. So try giving some time like 3 hours, 4 hours every day for your other exams also apart from the UPSC, so that you get at least one of the services you get qualified, because this will also boost your motivation, right?
Okay. So what was your strategy for the BPSC prelims, and what would you suggest to the aspirants?
See, since I was preparing for UPSC only, so there is nothing much I studied for BPSC, entirely new. Almost both papers, most of the things are very similar. My two option was there here also at that time. Two option was there. Now there is just one option and one paper of that optional. And there were two GS paper, now also two GS and one qualifying language paper. So optional was my ready, and I have to just revise and go for the examination. For GS1 in the BPSC, there was a little history part in which the history of Bihar is there completely. So I have to prepare exclusively for that only. I have given some 15-20 days for that, for understanding the history, making the notes and revising it, and little bit of geography of Bihar. And rest I managed to qualify the examination because of my UPSC preparation only. Most of the candidates will do this. They will have a basic foundation of the UPSC written, And whatever the new things are there in the state PCS, like for example, the special, like UP it is there, so UP special will be there. Some UP schemes, government policies, history, geography, and maybe the districts and the various other cultural activities. So all these you have to study separately. So you can study that separately, give 2-3 hours, 4 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours every day, and it will be done within a few days. And just revise before the examination, go and appear. So this way you can follow, and little bit you have to read extra, not so much. So that can be done easily.
So that will be the same strategy for the main or anything other for the main for the BPS.
Strategy for mains for state PCS.
For the Bihar Public Service Commission. Or it is similar to the UPSC.
Okay. I'm telling you, it is mostly similar to the UPSC only. You try the specialized answer to write proper introduction, conclusion. But here, what more you can do is that you can be more, you can more draw the diagrams. More you try to fill more pages, more content should be there. You can give more explanation part can be there. Give examples, diagrams, and whatever is there, you can give some more thing, because here you will have little bit, you will have time. And unlike UPSC, that there are so many questions, and you won't be able to complete on time, but here you will be having little bit of, so something extra you can give in the answer, and write neatly, and underline, highlight, keywords, all these things can be there, and you can put a subheading also. So all these things which is there in UPSC, mostly you can do in the civil service only, especially something which is related to Bihar, some history, geography. You can draw the map of Bihar. In case of geography, if you're answering any question based on geography of Bihar, you can draw the map of Bihar. So like that, little bit changes you can do, and you can do well.
So coming to the mock test, so what would you suggest the best strategy to score any mock test for the UPSC prelims or separate for the Bihar Public Service Commission?
Your question was not clear. Can you repeat it?
I asked you regarding the mock test for the prelims.
Mock test.
So how to attend these mock tests and the number of mock tests and student has to attend them. Any particular number or the maximum that we have to go through?
Okay. See, first of all, the mock test is the purpose of mock test. The mock test is to tell you that where you are lagging, what are the key areas which is important, but you are weaker in that key area. You have to identify those key areas and rework on that. One thing. Second purpose of mock test is that you are able to comprehend the question well based on your study, and how you are going to mark the right answer, right? And how you are going to complete it in a time-bound manner within 2 hours. Then third aim of this mock test is that to keep you updated about the current happenings, if the current affairs is asked there, and making you understand that how you are going to, how the UPSC may ask questions based on geography, history, polity, and how you are going to respond to it. And it will also help you to find out the silly mistakes which you're doing in each and every mock test, and this will help you to prevent such silly mistakes during the examination. So mock test helps you a lot in correcting your mistakes and getting those mistakes not undone, not to be done in the examination, and thus raising your score.
Okay.
But this can be done after you complete the syllabus wise test. Like for example, if you're completing geography, then you write a geography mock test. History, you're completing, write the history mock test, and then after completing the whole syllabus, you write the full length mock test. That is 2 hours, like complete mock test. Okay, this, and just try to keep on improving per mock test, because this will help you in understand that what mistakes you're committing and try to rectify them in each and every mock test. That is basically the part of the analysis of mock test. So I think there is not any number, but still at least 20 to 30 mock tests in total you have to solve before you are going for the prelims examination. But there are many students who are solving more than 50, 60 also, and that is also very good. But solving each and every mock test is important, but most important is that to revise all of the mock tests which you have solved, right, at least twice. Because without revision, the content of the mock test, the questions of the mock test will not be recallable during the examination, because you will find some of the questions from these mock tests, around 5 to 10 questions, directly or indirectly. But if you revise them properly, then you are going to recall them, and you can make the corrective action in your answer during the examination. So revision is also must. So like this, you can go for the mock test.
Okay. So the aspirant has to make the notes from the test series or anything else.
So it depends actually. If you have the time, you can make very short notes of the questions of the content or the explanation part from the mock test. But if you have lesser time, you can underline, highlight it over there, and revisit the question paper and the model answer or the explanation part. And within due course of time, you have to prepare your timetable that when you are going to revise those mock tests. So both studies are there. If you have lesser time, go for the underline, highlight in the question paper. If you have more time, then only you can go for the writing some of the short notes from the prelim test series answers. Okay.
The last 45 days are left, 40 to 45 days are left for this year prelims. So what would you suggest aspirant has to invest or to these 40 to 45 days to get the better outcome?
My suggestion is that you can divide your whole schedule per day till 20th of May. Before 15 days, try to complete everything, including mock tests, whatever you are wanting to write. So from today onwards till the 20th or the 15th or to 20th of May, between any number, you can choose it. Try to complete whole syllabus with mock test, whatever mock test you want to write. And to achieve that goal, you have to divide your days and weeks into various sub goals. So for example, if you want to complete history, geography, you have to study now. You have to divide your full day or maybe 4 or 5 days into history. So you divide your time slot from the day to night into 3-4 slots. First slot you will study history, second slot you will study geography. Like that you can divide and use that whole slots preparation throughout your this till the date you want to complete, and do at least 8 to 10 hours qualitative study, right? Don't waste your time here and there. Try to avoid all wastage of time because the exam is very near, and everything else except prelims can be postponed. But whatever things you have to do which is not much necessary, you can always postpone that and save your time and invest in time in completion of your goal, sub goals. And like this, you are going to achieve your final goal of completing the whole syllabus 15 days before the examination with mock test revision also. And last 15 days, you revise whatever gray areas or weak areas in your preparation. You revise whole of the course, revise current affairs, revise everything before the examination. So last 15 days will be act as a buffer. If something is left, you can complete over there. So this will be a good strategy for the new aspirants who are writing this prelims in their very first attempt. And for the old veterans, they can go for the throughout revision till the examination.
Okay. So any strategy you suggest to the student to attend the exam this on the D-day?
There are various strategies. There is it's not limited to just one. At least you have to go and see the center one day before or 2 days before. Understand that how much time it is going to take, because on that day the traffic will be there. So make sure that you book your cab or taxi or your car in a very time before time. And because the traffic may also there, because the civil servants are moving here and there, on the same civil servant aspirants will be moving here and there for the examination. Then on the day of examination in the morning, don't go for so much revision in the morning, and you have to sleep early. By the 8 p.m. one day before, you should stop studying, and by the 10 or 11 p.m. you should just go to the bed. And in the morning, when you get up maybe 5 or 6, you prepare for your to take your breakfast and whatever things, you get ready for the examination. Don't revise in the early morning, and because it won't help much now, because whatever preparation you've done is done. And last moment revision will only distract your information, or the previous information will get interfere with your new information. So it will be difficult to recall many things during the examination. So don't revise in the morning itself. Just go to the center, keep at peace, keep your mind at peace. Don't don't do anything which will actually disturb your mind. Keep the water bottle with you, keep essential pen, pencil, whatever is required with you, and reach the center 1 hour before the examination. And just with any stress and any tension, don't think of so much. Just go to the examination hall, try attempting the question which you know first in the first round. Second round, you try to eliminate two options and try to attempt then. And when when you attempted a substantial number of questions and you think now you can leave with the unknown questions or very wild guesses in which you will make, so in case you can leave them, so definitely you can leave those questions, and you can very well come out satisfactory, so this is the basic framework of your preparation. But there are various changes as per the student's requirement, and there are various students who will do whatever they like. So it depends that what is their preparation level, what is the strategy level. So in general I told, but the student can modify it accordingly as per their own needs and wants.
So coming to the end of this session, I want to ask some general questions. So, sir, how do you manage suggest to manage the stress and the management of failures in this whole journey?
What are you asking? It's voice was echoing.
So asking, what are your suggestions to manage the stress and the failures during this whole journey? As many
yes,
students
stress and failures, right?
yes, sir.
Stress and failures, right? See, whenever you are aspiring for something, you will get failures also before. See, you will have, you have, very much successful in your college, career, and you have come for the preparation. There may be times that you will feel, no, UPSC is not taking me, I'm not able to qualify prelims or mains or interview or any other stage. See, don't think it's a competition. It's not like you are a person who is actually failed candidate and the other person is very successful. It's just a part of the examination. They have to take limited number of candidates, and that limited number of candidates actually prevented you from qualifying, because if the seats are more, you could be also one of the successful candidate. So think like that. It is a competition. Many people will be removed from the process, and that is the part of the game. Okay. So first you try to understand the basic nature of the game. Secondly, keep yourself motivated enough to qualify the examination. Try doing or studying in a right manner so that you qualify. See, there are various wrong ways of studying and wrong ways of taking guidance. You may get misguided also, and you may lost 1 or 2 years again. So first of all, try to understand and you can easily comprehend that what is the right way to prepare after you meet some of the toppers and know their strategy. Okay, one thing. Then whatever in between you will face some of the stress because of prelims or mains or maybe during, that is basically is faced by every candidate. So try to understand that this is a common thing, which is even the first ranker will also face the same thing, and the last ranker also, even those who are not qualifying also, they will also face the more or less similar kind of stress and tension during the journey. Considering it as a part of journey, you prepare. Take it as a milestone. Like this is one of the milestones for prelims, so stress will be there, then mains, then interview. And whenever you are going through, you always follow. There is one concept in psychology: moderate level of stress is very good. It will increase your performance. But high level of stress will increase your anxiety and you will underperform. And low level of stress will not help you in any type of performance, because you will be not at all stressed to work for the goal because you don't have any stress. So moderate level of stress is good for the performance. So that much you keep. Okay, you know that if you increase your stress level, get panicked all the time, it is very difficult to continue for the preparation. But you keep the level of the stress as moderate and try to utilize that stress for making yourself steady throughout your entire journey and get successful. This is one thing. This is basically part of the stress management only. And another thing, you talked about the failures. See, failures is a part of this journey. If you are not qualifying the first attempt, second, you try to understand why you are not able to go into qualify. Some mistakes which you have done in the past, what mistake you are doing in the answer writing. Try to understand that. Try to find out the answer from your friends, from your some mentor or some good teacher, and then you work on it. You show your corrected and updated answer, and then you will come to know that where you are lagging and try to rectify those mistakes. Then you go for the interview, and similarly you have to follow there also the same process, and these failure will turn into success one day. I just want to say that this one thing, that there may be n number of failures. There may be n number of 10 or 15 of failures in your life during the whole journey of preparation, maybe this exam or the other exam, but you require just one success to prove that you are successful. So wear that failure as a mark of badges in your chest. So my suggestion is that these failures will be helping you to qualify the examination. Don't consider it as a too much demotivating. Yes, it will be demotivating, but use it as a path to qualify So, you just need one successful attempt out of n number of failures to become a successful person. So that's what I'm saying.
So thank you for giving your valuable time to us.
Thanks a lot. Thank you, Anmol, and thanks 10M Expert for providing me such a great platform where my suggestions and my advices for the preparation for civil servant will reach most of the candidates, and they will check out their plan and their strategies based on some of these ideas. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.